Let's slide out to the Midwest, man. Minnesota had home ice for the biggest game in years, but Vladimir Tarasenko's natural hat trick in the third made it a moot point as the Blues grabbed the 5-2 win and a 3-2 series lead as the series heads back to St. Louis. The game was tied at 2 heading into the third, but the Blues, they just took over that game in the third period. I didn't even see the puck in the other end too often. Tarasenko, man, he had been quiet all series, rips 2 off in about, I think, a minute and a half. Then he gets the empty netter. Kirill Kaprizov, he's the only one getting it done for Minnesota right now with 6 and 7 goals in the playoffs, absolutely tearing it up. But here it is, Minnesota. They pretty much sold the farm to go for it all this year, and they're one game from elimination, Biz.
Who do you start next game? You going back to Flowerwit?
At this point, yes. I think it's just at this point in the series, they've won 2 games with them. You got it. You can't quit on them now. I know the option's there, but you've already decided, right?
Yeah, no, I think
it would be like the Oilers going to Koskinen next game in LA. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say Smith's flurry, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's just such a weird switch to make this late in the series.
Yeah. And then I guess you look at that breakdown in coverage, beginning of the third period, which is, that ended up being the game winner. And that was the one that Tarasenko got when he just slid in and he was all alone in the slot, just be able to walk in and pound one in. So I don't really have much. I wasn't able to catch a ton of that game as I was watching the others, but man, it's going to be hard times the next 2 years if Minnesota loses in the first round. They got all that cap circumventage, or not circumventage. What do they got going on?
Circumcision. You've been calling it circumcision. Yeah.
No, I know, but they're losing cap money. They won't even be able to spend it because of the buyout.
The buyout penalties on Suter and Parisi are just crushing them.
Did you guys hear those interesting comments from Jason Arnott on the Cam and Strick one?
No.
Oof. Yeah, he had some pretty choice words for about Suter in his time in Nashville, and comparing him to Shea Weber. So I don't know. I never play with the guy. You'd have to listen to it to form your own opinion. And Cam and Strick, they do a great job. They get great interviews, and that was a juicy soundbite.
I'll have to check it out. Going back to Kaprizov, he set the team record for most goals in a series with the 7th. The record was 5. Gabrick and Walls had it. Everson said after the game, he wills the team. He just didn't have enough guys willing alongside him tonight. But if we had 20 of him, we'd be competing our butts off a little better. So calling out the guys as well. And Zuccarello, Fiala, Hartman, Foligno combined just 1 goal in the series. And looking at the Blues, they're looking to get out of the first round for the first time since they won the Cup. And their experience is certainly helping right now. They stuck Nick Leddy and Bobby Bortuzzo back in the lineup. Looked like it solidified their D a little bit because they have been banged up. So either way, St. Louis, 1 game for moving on.
Hey, and boys, Binnington back in there, feeling the jam.
Yep.
That's a guy who can get it done. And this is the St. Louis back end that's a little banged up too. So Minnesota's got to at least push this to 7, or that's an embarrassment.
We have so many things that could go on. Like right now, it looks like LA is going to win. It looks like there's so many different things can change game to game in the playoffs. But saying that, if St. Louis is to move on, Merles has already made the statement, they are the team who could beat Colorado. And why get ahead of it right now? But it's like Colorado, that might be their toughest test. I think if they get through that, they roll into the Cup finals after the second round. But St. Louis is going to be a beast because they do not let you move through the ice freely. They just clog it up. They're big, they're strong, they're physical, and they're even missing Torrey Krug. So hopefully, if they do move on, it's one of those legendary series between the Avs and them.